Less than 5 minutes into the vlog and I'm already using fancy pants words. Given our level of fitness, we'll be two dead women. It's the Alcazar.
Oh, can't go, come move. Thought I'd seen the world's biggest green slug ever.
Take her nowhere, only back to say sorry. Strong start, Nicola, strong start.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, it's just horrendous. I can hear cars coming from every direction. I'm freaking out.
So, oh, geez, I almost got hit in the head by a pigeon. Well guys, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel and welcome to
Segovia.
And we've had to change our plans. So we were originally planning, Spain is getting unseasonably warm weather for this time of year. It's the end of January. And we were going to bimble along the northern coast. But we got a bit of an SOS call, which we just decided to say yes to. We'll talk about that later in the video. So we brought ourselves to Segovia, which apparently has got some aqueduct with 170 odd aqueducty things. It's got a bull ring, which we can see behind us.
And an Alcazar.
And an Alcazar.
Which I think is like an old palace. By the way, Segovia is just sort of to the east of Madrid. We did think about visiting Madrid, but we're not massive city fans and we were a little bit short on time. So we've decided to come here instead.
Exactly. So let's go and visit Segovia. And it's absolutely beautiful. Although the drive down here, go over sort of a plateau, and I actually got down to about 6 degrees in the fog. But beautiful now. Right, let's go.
If I had a boat, I would sail out, take every brother.
So you can tell that the aqueduct obviously is a very important part of this city, because we have I'm assuming this is some kind of homage to it. There you go. Less than 5 minutes into the vlog and I'm already using fancy pants words. Come on, Nigel, sort it out. As is quite often the case in little Spanish villages or Spanish towns. The aroma of things cooking over open fires and garlic are wafting everywhere. And say the aqueduct is about a probably 20-minute walk, a couple of K away from, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the menu, 20-minute walk away from the park up. So, all right, for those of you who were screaming at the screen, rather than this actually paying homage to the aqueduct,
it's really nice.
This is the actual aqueduct. What a complete idiot. Wow, that is blooming impressive. Goodness me, it goes on for quite some way, say 170 arches.
It's going up every time you mention it.
I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you.
Mighty impressive, and we have a definitive answer on the number of arches.
166.
There you go.
So it was between 160 and 170, so I'll let you off. And apparently there's some mountains over there. One of which is called the Seven Peaks and one is the Dead Woman. I'm assuming it's because it looks like a dead woman laying down, but I don't think I want to go up there.
Given our level of fitness, we'll be two dead women. I think this is coming to the end of the aqueduct. We should have counted them actually. I still think there's over 170, but what do I know, eh? What do I know? I'm so glad that the park up was outside of the village. This is the type of road that we have managed to get the van almost wedged in. Nicola kind of outgoing. You've got about 2 millimeters. I think that was in Ronda. Oh goodness me. Yeah, flashback to squeezing the van down here. Geez, I can barely fit down here. I've actually come out into a big old square and I thought this was the Alcazar.
Oh, can't go, come move.
Oh, goodness sake, you pushed me into the car, girl.
Wow.
And this is actually the cathedral, which is mighty impressive in its own right.
Wow, it's a really nice town.
It really is.
Loads of bars and restaurants. Not much use to us.
So we have now brought ourselves into the Alcazar, which is apparently the fairy tale castle. Honestly, I think I prefer the cathedral myself, but the views out over the back actually reminds me a little bit of Ronda. There's tiny streets as well, and Nicola just informed me that she saw
I honestly thought I'd seen the world's biggest green slug ever. And then when it moved, because it was literally like this, I realised it was the tail of a peacock. But I couldn't see the peacock's head. It's huge.
Strong start, Nicola, strong start.
But what was even more entertaining is that the guards by the gate have got these jackets or t-shirts on going, fun and tickets, ask me. Slightly ambiguous. It could mean anything.
And what did you say as you walked past them?
Don't mind if I do.
Take her nowhere, only back to say sorry.
Black 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water, oh black water, 'cause it's black, yeah, it's black.
Well guys, we are going to start wandering back to the van now.
Bit of a whistle-stop tour, but you know, you can do Segovia in a couple of hours, I think, if you just want to see the outside of things.
I guarantee in the summer this place would be absolutely hiving though. So it'll be good. Back to the van via the supermarket, grab some bread, and then back for a very nice pasta dish.
I think if we'd not been so hungry, we would have maybe hung about a bit longer, but
We were getting a bit
needs
tempted.
must.
We're getting a bit tempted by the tavernas. Back to the pan. Back to the van.
And the pan. Oh, the pan.
Freudian slip there.
I think I'm addicted to baguettes. Is that possible?
Yep. We're going to have a pan punch before long.
Black water.
Well, good morning, guys. Quite a chilly night last night, a chilly morning this morning. Yeah, we've got about a 2-hour drive down to Toledo, so we're just going to head into the supermarket Dia, get a few bits and pieces for the road and some milk and various bits and bobs.
I found money in my shoe.
Hello to Ian and Jackie,
Oh, yes.
who we randomly met yesterday wandering around, and they are staying here at the Air as well. I think they're traveling through Spain for 5 weeks or so. So hello folks from back home in Port Stewart. One of the benefits being first in, you get all of the choice. Substance, long drive ahead of us.
It's a new day for a high. It's another day to try.
Well, good morning again, guys, and a very chilly, misty Toledo. We have stopped over at a campsite for a couple of days. We're actually meeting up with a friend today who we first met, in fact the only time we met, in the Picos de Europa National Park, when we actually rescued a little kitten. I'll link up to the video from that. So that was 3 years ago.
Yep.
And Nicola sort of kept in touch with her from time to time. We'll be driving down this way, so why not see whether she's up for visiting? I thought she lived in Madrid, but she actually lives in Toledo. So we brought ourselves here. We're going to explore Toledo this morning and then meet up with Diana and her boyfriend later on this afternoon. But it is a little bit chilly and I'm slightly regretting my whole I'm in shorts for the rest of the year bravado. So welcome into Toledo. Now, I actually came in here yesterday for a bit of a run and got mightily lost. It's a very hilly city. So,
There's also 1 billion people just turned up. Maybe not 1 billion, but quite a few.
and we're 2 of them.
Yes.
But yeah, I reckon given the fact it's still quite misty, still quite chilly, you know what that means?
Coffee.
Coffee. And actually yesterday, just again, once again saying hello to Ian and Jackie. They actually invited us in yesterday morning to their very luxurious motorhome where we were trying to be good, not buying cake. And we had ample amount of fresh pastries and lovely, lovely coffee. So big thumbs up to those guys. They're actually coming here today, so we might even bimble into them later on this afternoon. But for now, I think we're going to go and try to find a coffee shop and wait for some of this freezing fog to dissipate.
I think I need a second breakfast. We only had a small breakfast. I know I brought banana and nuts with me, but somehow that's not doing it.
Second breakfast it is then. Giving Nicola a little bit of the appreciation of the hills I was running up yesterday. If you're into your hill training, good city to come to, but still looking for that cafe, mind you. We've actually brought ourselves inside. We were walking up towards the Mirador, the viewpoint. No point doing that just yet. Mist is too thick. How they managed to make it through here. There you go. That sounds like a slightly bigger one. Goodness gracious me.
This is just my worst nightmare. I'm literally trapped at all sides of my car.
This car's coming from every direction.
And there's like this much room to pass, and there's this car on the end here, and I don't know how vans are getting past it.
And let's just say they don't drive sort of slowly. It's like being in Lithuania with tiny streets.
Oh, it's just horrendous. I can hear cars coming from every direction. I'm freaking out.
Right, I think that's our call for coffee. There's one across the street, let's go grab one and not get run over in the process. Well, that was a very nice coffee indeed. And we've actually managed to make it out of the little tiny streets. So, oh, geez, I almost got hit in the head by a pigeon. So this is obviously one of the main squares. I think this is the square that we're actually meeting our friend in as well later on for some lunch. That mist is starting to clear a little bit, which is bringing the temperature up. Yeah, I am absolutely freezing. I normally don't complain about the cold, but it is damn cold. We saw a sign that said it was 0 degrees Celsius. What? We're in Spain, come on people. So we think there's lovely views out there somewhere.
We literally can't see anything, and it's so unbelievably cold.
It's really, really cold. And we also think that just behind us here is the Alcazar, which apparently is stunning. We might need to kind of start this day again today.
All I want to do is go and have a really big glass of wine. I'm so fed up.
And to be honest, looking at all of the little restaurants and stuff, in fact, this morning's breakfast, you could have had the sweet breakfast, the salty breakfast, or the alcoholics breakfast. Yeah, I think the Alcazar is starting to appear.
Yeah, but it'll disappear again because it keeps doing that.
Little miss negative. Right, let's walk up even higher where it's even colder. You never know, we might have some views. I'm about to get run over here, I think. Yep.
Oh, don't get run over.
There you go.
Literally, everyone's trying to kill us here as well.
Let's give up on trying to see the views. Let's go back into the city and walk around the little streets instead. We'll come back to the views. It is starting to burn off. This is where it all gets a little bit confusing. This is where I got lost yesterday, because all of the streets are just like... Exactly, so it really matters where you go, you'll end up getting lost. And by the way, Nicola's not paying attention because her iPhone's locked for some reason. So we're actually walking right beside the second largest cathedral in Spain, and we say walking beside it because it's €12 per person to go in.
Yeah, so there is a little entrance called Para el Culto, which translated for the cult. I don't think that's what it's meant to say.
And that's where we went in.
We went in, and you can see a little bit of the cathedral from there, and it's free. So we might pop back in there later, because it's not paying €12.
Yeah, €12 to go into the cathedral. Nope. €12 can be spent on tostadas, unless you're in the cathedrals, of course, and then it's money well spent. My mouth is quite frozen. At least the sun's coming out now. Well, with the mist now lifting, the views of the surrounding area are starting to open up.
Really nice, really nice. It's just a warren, though. I've got no idea where we are.
And what did you say earlier as well? The city's...
it's just an accident waiting to happen.
Well, we are about to go and meet our friends for lunch. Given the fact we haven't seen them in 3 years and we've only met them once, we'll put the camera away and we'll pick things up again later in the afternoon as we continue to bimble probably into each other after a vino lunch. Bimble around the city of Toledo. Now the one thing is we now need to find this square because we just seem to be walking up and down little side alleyways, so who knows.
And
right.
Hopefully by the time we come back it'll actually be warm.
It's still very cold, it's still very cold indeed. Right, lunchtime. Well, good day again, guys. So after lunch yesterday, which let's just say, don't think vegetarian restaurants offer the healthy choice.
Never seen so much cheese.
There was a lot of cheese to be had. We actually ended up just hanging out with Diana and Alejandro for the rest of the afternoon, so we just kept the camera away. It did, however, mean Nicola had a lot of work to do, so we ended up booking ourselves in for another night in the campsite. So we've both been working this morning at the campsite, and we've come back into Toledo. Toledo? Yes, Toledo. This afternoon. So
one thing about the vegetarian restaurant, it actually filled me up for the whole day. We ate probably between 2 and 3 o'clock. I didn't eat again, and that is unheard of.
Yeah.
That's how good it was.
It was all the cheese, all the cheese.
Although somebody did, I bought a couple of slices of pizza home with me, and who ate those? I don't like vegetarian pizza. You were stuffing it in quite quickly last night.
Well, we're going to go and finish off exploring, hopefully get some of those miradors now because it is a much more sunnier day today, and explore a little bit more of Toledo.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go.
Calle de Loco. We're straight into the city and straight into the little tiny streets that make Nicola so happy to be walking up them. She's giving me the eye. So this is actually a street that Nicola likes walking up because I don't even think a car could get down there. Oh, beautiful views again. Now that it's a nice sunny day, the views as you sort of climb up out over the surrounding area are really lovely.
And we think we've just seen a really big car park that you can probably park in if you don't want any services. About a 10-minute walk out the way we've just come.
A bit out of breath.
Out of breath.
All that cheese. We were standing here yesterday and there was nothing to see because of the fog and the mist. And now, rather beautiful, overlooking some of the other castle walls and stuff. So I would point you in the direction of the Alcazar that I tried to point out yesterday, but it's directly into the sun. So this one here, though, all she's been talking about
It's food, I'm hungry again.
is food. She's gone from, she wants an Indian to paella,
Chinese.
and an empanada. We almost had some.
Actually, there's croquettes with an offer of 2 drinks and 3 croquettes for $5.50. I'm quite liking that idea.
Quality food that must be. Right, let's go check out the
Croquettes.
Alcazar. Well guys, that is our little jaunt around Toledo, our second day in Toledo, done and dusted. We actually thought rather than hanging around the town, our campsite has got a lovely little pool area. So we're going to go back there, have a little aperitif before retiring back to the van for something to eat. But yeah, Toledo, really, really nice. Very hilly, as I think we've mentioned once or twice, but a beautiful city to visit. And it was really nice to meet up with our friends Diana and Alfredo.
No, Alejandro.
I've just busted the whole like our friends. It's the first time meeting Alejandro, to be fair. So we've just been laughing there because Nicola just went, that's not even a name. Alfredo.
And I actually said I worked with a guy called Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Alfredo's not a name.
It's the Irish dulcet tones, Alfredo. Anyway, guys, once again, getting off topic, we're going to wander back to the campsite and enjoy a little glass of vino by the pool. And I guess we will catch up tomorrow morning as we wrap things up here in Toledo. Alfredo. Well, good morning, guys. That is us ready to head out of the campsite. Really good campsite. As I think we said, it's a little bit pricey. They have a different, I think it was €33 during the week and €39 last night because it was a Friday night. But really nice. And probably the warmest toilets.
Oh, amazing. And a really strong shower. And they've got a beautiful pool. And I think when that's open in the summer, it'll just be lovely here. And lovely bar. Yeah. We didn't eat anything in the restaurant, but just the whole area is just beautiful.
Worthwhile. And about a 25-minute walk into Toledo itself. Yeah. But our plan now is we're going to carry on slowly heading south. As we said, I think at the start of this vlog, we're answering a bit of an SOS call. And that SOS call is involving 3 little doggies.
Yay!
But I guess that will be a story for next time. Right, guys, well, once again, thanks a lot for following along. And until next time, somewhere in Espanol, take care. Bye-bye.